Also, Joe Biden lied about his knowledge of having classified information. Remember, he told his ghostwriter that he knew he had classified information. And mind you, that classified information dated back to his time in the Senate from the 1970s, the 1980s, when he had no classification authority. And then he took his FBI to go after President Trump in an unprecedented raid of Mar-a-Lago, potentially trying to put his political opponent in jail when he had this classified information dating back to the time in the Senate when a president has the ultimate classification and declassification authority. So I think our contempt for these people is simply not enough, right? We don't hate these people enough.
I keep saying this. There has to be accountability somewhere along the line, Matt, for this. You know, we're the greatest power that's ever come into being on the face of the planet. And yet somehow for 4 years, a guy who can't remember where he's going, where he is, who his close friends are and associates and his cabinet secretaries, was somehow the whole world was able to be hoodwinked into thinking he was making decisions and he was actually executing the office of the presidency. When for 4 years, he was not doing that. Obviously.
Well, this is one of the biggest scandals of my lifetime. And yet the media will treat it as if it's not one. They treat it as if
that's why they have no credibility
with these books. And so I think tonight, I want people to realize that everything that you've been telling them, that we've been telling them, that it's now true. And don't trust these media stories. Don't trust these fake polls. And someone does need to get to the bottom of this entire set of circumstances. And I'm sure they will.
I was going to say, if this can happen in the United States of America, with all of our resources and all these different media outlets and all these fancy degrees that all these journalists have in their lives, all these awards, they get speaking at college graduations, they get journalism awards, and then this. And then they want applause when they interview a few people who say, oh, you know, the president might not have been there. He might not have been totally there. Maybe we should have asked a few more questions. And they think that's their mea culpa that absolves them of what they did. And then at the same time, trashing Trump for things that were completely false and defamatory and almost landed him in jail. They wanted him in jail. And frankly, a lot of them right now tonight want him dead. That's the truth of where this party is. So I'm not somber. I'm angry about this. Until there's accountability for the people who did this, and you know who you are, that our country is not in a right place.